Hi, I'm Stephen Patterson from Matisse, and we're looking at the dry mediums. Now, the dry mediums, as the name suggests, are a whole range of different compounds in their dry format that can be mixed in with different mediums or indeed the paint itself. Now, the reason we've made the mediums this way, rather than already adding them into a gel, as many other ranges do, is because we want to give you, the artist, the benefit of being able to add as much or as little to as much or as little paint or medium that you want to. So it gives you a much more diverse range of results. So for varying different textural effects, you've got things like the Weeper calcined bauxite, different grades of sand. And the reason you would use the different grades of sand rather than maybe going to the beach and collecting some yourself is because the sand has been washed and cleaned. There's no organic matter, and that goes for all the rest of the dry mediums. There's no added organic matter. It's all been cleaned out of it. And they're also sorted into various different mesh sizes. So as I say, you can add it to something like the gel medium, which will give you something similar to what you can get in other ranges, but you can add varying amounts of the different dry mediums. To use a cliche, you're really only limited by your imagination. This really rings true with these mediums. Now, how much of the dry medium that you actually add will be dictated obviously by how much that you want to put in, but also you'll get to a point, you'll get the feel. We've added some talc to the cobalt teal here. You'll get the feel for just how much you can add in, because it will start going a little bit dry. If you add too much in and it starts getting really, really dry, you'll find that if you go past that point of saturation, you will end up with the paint or the medium not being able to hold, not having the binding capability to be able to hold the dry medium. But you'll know when you reach that point, you'll be able to feel it. So you can add the mediums in with the paint, the dry mediums in with the paint, or indeed the varnishes. The varnishes, rather than the gel, will allow the medium to, you'll see a lot more of the medium and a lot less of the gel, so it'll allow the medium to really, or allow you to be able to really see the medium once it's dried. And you can use these things for all sorts of landscapes and well, obviously any sort of painting, for various different textures to really give some depth to your picture. I was going to use a bit of Australian sienna with some sand here, but a couple of minutes ago I just painted out some ferrous powder with some black background colour, and hopefully we'll be able to see. If you get too much of the medium in, the paint goes really, really dry, and that's probably still okay. But when you get to a point where it just goes completely dry, and I'll try and get to that point and show you where the paint's really not holding together like that, then you know that you've added too much of the medium and you need to add some paint back in, or the whole thing's just not going to hold together. So we'll do that. Fantastic different textures. And what I did before was added with the background colours. Now the background colours are like a low tooth gesso, mixing those up with the ferrous powder and then painting it on. We've got a blackboard that's got some nice tooth to it, but also magnets will stick to it. So you can use it as a blackboard, but still put notes and things on there using magnets. So as you can see, that cliche about you're only limited by your imagination, it really rings true with these dry mediums. So why not grab a couple and have a play yourself? I'm Stephen Patterson.